So I'm heading out to camp right now, following this little old logging road here. Hopefully it's going to not rain. It did rain earlier. Who knows, the sun could come out. It's beautiful. Hi everybody, thanks for joining me on this particular episode where I'll be spending a solo night out in the woods. This particular woodland, I've been here before. I have permission to be here, but it's really surrounded by some fields, so you might hear the odd cow or sheep. So I brought with me today my regular gear that I carry. Always helpful to have a pair of gloves, and then of course I've got the all-important bushcraft knife, which is a versatile tool which I'll use for so many different things, whether it's preparing food or working with wood, anything really. You know, there are more specific knives, as I've mentioned before. If you were hunting and you needed to skin an animal, then you would get a hunting knife specific for that task. And a couple of other bits and bobs which I have in there. And then I've got my bivvy bag, which is a bag really that you would you can lay on the ground. It's waterproof, but you could put your sleeping bag in it, and some would choose to raise themselves off the ground. So tonight I'm going to have some insulation, my bivvy bag. I've got my sleeping bag, etc., which will go in this bivvy bag. It's very light. I think it weighs 300 grams, something like that. And then of course I've got a basha, and it's pretty lightweight as far as tarps are concerned, but it's going to give me the waterproofing I need and really make a good shelter. And then I've got my hatchet, also known as it's a small axe really, and this will come in handy, particularly when it comes to fire making. I've got my tinder pouch, which I made. I should actually include a video of me making one of these. I might do that in the next few episodes. And then of course the all-important beanie, which I will use perhaps later depending on how cold it is. It's pretty cold, unusually this time of year. It's snowing up in the north. So let's get to it. Let's get the shelter up. So I've got my basher up. I've just got to tidy up some loose cordage, but there's enough room for me to get down in there and just have a good night's rest. My shelter for tonight. I'm just gonna blow up the roll-up mattress that I brought, which is now in the bivvy bag, and then my sleeping bag will go on top of that, so no need for insulation on this particular trip. what I've got here are some birch bark and other dry material. I mean, there's so much oil in that birch bark. You can just see it's just taking that flame so easily. So we have fire, and I've really been enjoying kind of making the fire and sort of building one of these fire towers, which allows the fire to breathe. Just what the doctor ordered. So I'm really looking forward to tonight and getting food on the go, and I think it's that time before it gets too dark. Let me get some food on the go, and let me get some of my other chopped wood so I can get a seat. So it shouldn't take too long. We just need to get some good coals going so that this does not burn, but just cook very, you know, on a decent heat, not too much. So I've sauteed the onions. I'm now going to add some of the beef cubes. In fact, all of the beef cubes in there. And just fry them all in there. I'm gonna need water very soon, but I need to brown the meat. Okay. It's a mixture of different vegetables in my stew. On this occasion, I like the taste of some peppers in there, just chopped up roughly. I get some other peppers going, some yellow. Now it's worth noting that I have washed my hands off camera. It's always important that when preparing food that you do make sure that you wash your hands. Oh yeah, that's beginning to brown really nicely. We're not quite there yet, but we are getting there. Very nice. I am hungry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the peppers in now, because that beef is just about there. Oh yeah, listen to that sound. This is it. What I would like to do is add some tomato, just to impart some of that flavor. Pretty good. What I like also is broccoli. Get rid of some of the stalk. Get some of that in there. Oh yeah. Some herbs. What's in there? And then before I add some water, I'm just gonna do a couple of potatoes. Just because I can. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have some I think I've ordered cider, a Thatcher's cider. Oh, I can smell those herbs in that stew already. So let's have a look at the results. So we're gonna add some of the rice using the spoon that I made. Really happy with the spoon. So add some of this lovely flavored rice that I prepped up. Come back to for more if I need. Get some of the stew. So, about to eat this yummy meal right there. and it's gonna be good. So one last thing before I go to bed. I just love this time of night when you're sitting by the campfire. It's just pretty awesome. Just, you've had your meal, you're sitting in front of a blazing fire and enjoying the heat of that fire. You've got a drink by your side, and it's just awesome, just listening to the sound of the woods. But you're in nature. You're not in the city, you're out of the urban environment, and you are at peace with the outdoors. And that's what it's about. I think every single one of us needs to get out of the city, get out of our routines, and just get into the wild from time to time. It'll keep us sane, it'll keep us going. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the morning.
Hi guys, so it's about 4:40 in the morning, and I've had to wake up because the fire went out in the middle of the night. Around 4 o'clock, started to get a bit cold. But here we have it. Fire, and I'm feeling a lot better. But I wasn't cold, just my feet were slightly cool. Yeah, but hopefully it'll make for a more comfortable sleep for the next few hours. Well, good morning everybody. I've just woken up, and it's been a good night. This has held up really well. Fire is still going. So much more comfortable with that fire going. But it's a lovely morning, the birds are chirping. I can see the sun out through the woods. So I'm gonna get that fire stoked and get some breakfast going soon. But it's time for coffee.
So I've decided to move the kettle to the top of the log pile here, and put some coffee in there, and we should be good to go very shortly. You can see some steam coming out of there, so hopefully that coffee's brewing. Oh, because I'm pretty desperate for a coffee. Chilly start to the morning, frost on the field, but that sun has definitely getting rid of that frost very quickly. Now, because I don't want to waste a lot of this wood by using my axe, I'm going to use my Silky Gum Boy 270 here, and just see if we can get them to the right size without wasting a lot of wood. And when it binds, you just change direction. There we go. That wasn't so bad. Look at that. Clean cut. Very nice. We'll do the same here. Easy peasy. Have a look at that. So what I'm going to be doing for breakfast this morning is I've got a really great French sausage, like a salami, like an Italian salami, but that's it right there. And it's really good. A lot of flavor. Slightly different to a salami in flavor, but I just love it. So I'm gonna slice this up into nice pieces here, which I'm gonna fry. Oh yeah, let's just do that. Now this can be eaten as is, but today I'm gonna cook it up with some eggs. And it's important to remove the outer layer here, which is that protective layer, which helps to preserve this particular sausage. It's a cured sausage, so as I said, you could eat it as is, but on this occasion I'm gonna cook it. You know what? I gotta have a taste. Here we go. Oh yeah. Cook it on there. Get some. There we go. Ooh. This oil is solidified. I think it was that cold last night. Oh yeah. And we got some acciones. All right, let's enjoy. That's pretty good. Just as I was expecting.